Tuesday night, Total Schmidt Show. Let's do this. Total Schmidt Show Season 3 is upon us. Tune in every week. I talk to entertainers from all over the world. Singers, dancers, comics, musicians, drummers, blah, blah, blah. All kinds. Techs, even some cruise directors. Most of the entertainers I talk to work on cruise ships. If you ever wanted to know what entertainers do, how they get through their day, any of the behind-the-scenes stuff about entertaining, we'll talk about that stuff here, as well as we'll delve into some of the entertainers and some of their works, some of their albums coming up, some of the things they've done in the past, the things you can look forward to in the future. All that stuff you can catch here on Total Schmidt Show. But either way, get yourself a pizza, a beer, some bourbon, light up a cigar, or some sort of joint, or whatever type of crutch or vice you need to get through the evening, and sit back and enjoy whatever it is I put together this week on You're welcome. Hey guys, welcome. It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday this time. It is Tuesday. Total Schmidt Show is on time, sort of. If you're listening on a pod platform, just follow, subscribe to the podcast. That would really help a ton. It's live entertainers talking to live entertainers about being live entertainers. That's the simplest way I could put it. So if you're listening on the platforms, you subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, any of the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you want to follow us on social media, go to MrLennySchmidt on all platforms. So there you go. Today it's Nadeen Manuel, who is my guest, who's a hypnotist with me on the Celebrity Silhouette just a few weeks ago. And she was great. She was the first female hypnotist ever on a cruise ship. Is what I found out. And her show is great to watch. It was fun. She did a workshop. She did an adult show. She's from Canada. She's an awesome, she was a great performer. Great to hang out with all week. And we talked about the future of future generations. It was a great conversation. We talked about young people. Keep note how long she said she was a hypnotist. She's been working over 2 decades. And I couldn't believe it. She looks so, so I don't know if we can say it anymore. She looks incredibly younger for her age. So she looks fantastic. I told her. But she's been doing this over 25 years of doing all kinds of hypnotists. And now she does it live on cruise ships, live shows. So sit back and enjoy my conversation with the one and only hypnotist Nadeen.
I just prefer.
How was the 11:30? How was the...
good. Packed theater. It was nice.
Good.
Yeah. Really happy.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what do you do different on the? How do you do what do you do for that? Do you work on people individually, or do you bring up a group of people again the same way?
I bring people up on stage. I ask them what they want to work on, and I do live transformations right there in front of the audience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
So people must be really grateful that you cover all the stuff like.
Have we started?
Pardon me?
Have we started?
Yeah, I always start recording right away, and then I just figure out when.
Nice.
To edit it or whatever. Yeah. Hang on a second. Like this is what it's really hot. Yeah, because you plugged it last night. By the way, the 9 last night was great.
Thank you.
So the 9 o'clock show was really good, man.
You know what? Like, it's not easy, like, for a hypnotist to keep everybody, to be able to retain all volunteers.
Yeah.
And
you didn't have anybody you had to walk off for that came out.
Yeah, it kept everybody.
And you had a couple people that guy that was Michael Jackson, man. He was in deep.
So he came today to the seminar.
Okay.
And he hates Michael Jackson.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's even funnier.
Yeah, like when him and his partner came, and they said, like, anytime we're listening to the radio and Michael Jackson comes on, he always tells me to, like, skip it or change a station.
Oh God, I wish you would have said that last night. That would have been
And cool. Well, I mean, yeah, he was hypnotized. Like, there was no way.
He was so into it, man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he was like, I'm bad.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's 10 times funnier for them.
Yeah. It was huge lot, like, because I interview people from the show the next day.
Okay.
During the seminar.
Right.
And he showed up. And he also had pain in his body that he'd let go as well.
Oh, that's great.
During the show. Yeah, and he slept really well.
Yeah, did you ask him about their sleep? That's the one thing when I've ever met someone that's been in a hypnotist show, their sleep that night is unbelievable. They go, it's like, it was the best sleep I've had in years.
Yes, and as a hypnotist, if I make the suggestion, you are going to have the best sleep of your life, it's like it compounds it.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course, because then it's in there, I guess it's in their subconscious.
Yeah.
That's so amazing, man. How long have you And normally I don't do a lot of interview stuff. Just you know what I mean. We just kind of talk.
No, we just have fun. We're shooting shit.
Yeah, that's
like
it.
That's it. We're just having a good time.
And then we talk about like what it's like to work on land and then work on the ship and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but last night was great because I don't know, I didn't see the 7, but the 9 was dynamite because you had some people really deep in. That Michael Jackson guy was wailing away at the beginning when you did the music thing.
Yeah.
You know, he was into it hardcore.
I'm telling you, man, that guy does not like Michael Jackson.
Really? That's so funny to me, man.
He was moonwalking all up and down the stage.
Right. Yeah. He was into it 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you snapped him out of it and he had that look on his face. It was
right.
Great.
Yeah.
That's, wow, God, that makes it, oh my God, it's 10 times funnier.
Yeah.
That's
you know what? As long as the shows are solid. So as a hypnotist who works a lot, one of the things I've learned is it's better to put on a solid performance that you know is not going to offend anybody, and rather than take risks.
Sure. Yeah.
So in the beginning, I used to take a lot of risks, and it was like either huge payoff, hilarious, freaking, I could drop the mic and walk off stage, or total blunder, and I'm scared, like, are they going to hire me back?
Right.
Like, I just fucked up. Like, this is the worst thing ever. So I just learned how to like balance my material out so that way I can have a consistent show all the time and just make everything work all the time. And tonight, you know, for the adult show, I'll be a lot more risky. I'll take risks because they are.
Oh, I forgot you had a show tonight. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, good. I'll come watch that. 10, 15, something like that.
Yeah. So I take a lot more risks. Right. They already know me.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully the cruise director has already written his report on me.
Review's already done and sent.
Yeah, I'm good. And I loosen up a lot more. It's just and again, like, you know, the payoffs are big when they do pay off. But if something doesn't work, it doesn't work, and I just plow through and just move on to the next thing.
Well, that's a smart way to structure it too, because then you're right. They already know you on a couple levels. The first 2 shows, the seminar, and then anyone that wants to see an adult hypnotist show, they know exactly where to go.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then other people just come to check it out.
For sure.
That's a great idea. That's
smart. And I already have now hundreds of friends or hundreds of cheerleaders in the audience that are rooting for me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
for
great.
Sure.
Well,
yeah.
Our structure, my structure is similar too, which is smart. It had me do the adult show after the clean shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because then, they've already seen me, and then people know that I'm holding back in certain areas. So, like, if they want to see that, they go, I want to come see the adult show for sure. And then anytime you have an adult show, it's almost, they're there to see that. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about too much about, I mean, it's still a corporate gig, obviously. The ships we have to follow structure and rules, and you know what I mean?
For sure.
But if they show up to an adult show, they want to see an adult show, so you know.
Yeah, it's late night. They've been drinking, you know, like, they want you to hit them hard, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And you'll have a lot of, how does that do with the volunteers if they're, how do you engage the drunk?
I just send them back.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, okay. I don't deal with it.
Right.
Well, because, I mean, the audience is smart. I know the audience, they can see what I see, right?
Sure.
So I'm not going to underestimate the people in the audience watching. They can tell the difference between what's real and what's fake.
Sure.
And if somebody is really drunk too. Right. And it's also a safety issue.
100%.
I don't need to deal with
Oh God, no. Why would you want? Plus, it's got to be so. Like when I work the crowd, it's like one person at a time. But for you to have 12 people on stage and control those 12 people, I'm always mesmerized by that. I'm like, oh my God, you're in charge of all of these people. You know, that's just to be able to watch you control those 12 people. It's so impressive to watch. It's got to be pressure. How do you deal? You know what I mean? It's got to be a lot of pressure.
I know, it's scary.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to freak you out, but I'm freaked out for you. I'm like, oh God, how would you? I don't.
I think you just have to like really love people.
Right.
And when I say really love people, like you genuinely love them and you care for them.
Right.
So that way, like, you keep them safe. I mean, I feel it out. Like, you'll notice that my first few routines, like, I don't get them out of their chairs.
Right.
On a ship.
Sure, right.
Right. On for land or another college. And there's a couple reasons why I do that.
Right.
First reason is if the ship is rocky, I'm not fucking up my show.
Right.
Right. Like, they're seated, they're comfortable. If the ship, you know what I mean? Like, I have to account for Mother Nature as well, if it's wavy.
Right.
So that takes care of that aspect. And then I also have actually other routines I put in when the ship is really rocky, because second half of the show I have a lot of people standing up and doing stuff.
Oh, right on. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I've also kind of adjusted it for ships in that, that way too.
Yeah.
So to account for the weather. And yeah, it's you, especially when they're elderly. I don't know if the show you saw, there was a guy with like a huge knee brace.
No, I don't think I saw. No, not the 9 o'clock.
Okay, that might have been the 7 o'clock show. But yeah, the guy comes up, he can barely walk. Like it looks like he broke his leg or something. He's already up on stage. I'm not going to send him back.
Right.
But I'm not going to be using him for anything that requires him to stand up.
Right, or put him in a position where it might damage.
Right.
Right.
Right. So yeah, you never know what you're going to get, especially when the demographic goes way up.
Right.
And I can't on stage, you can only volunteer if you don't have a walker, if you don't have a cane, if you don't like, I can't say that. I can't do that.
Right, but you got to play it by ear and kind of you look for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what you need, and then you just figure how to pull people out.
Yeah. On longer cruises, I get people with canes all the time.
Of course, yeah, I would think so. Yeah, because of course the older people on the cruises.
Yeah, I can't discriminate.
No, you can't. You know what you do? I think is really sweet. By the way, I think is really cool. I don't see a lot of hypnotists do this. You've got like such an undertone of love and caring on your show. At the end of it, you purposely say like you're a loving individual. You love the people you're with. It's a very sweet ending to it. That kind of, as opposed to some people just go for a laugh, make it funny, and do a lot of weird stuff. But you do this really sweet, close to it's just like it's a building thing. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just a sweet, loving thing for this person and the people they're with, and overall for the show.
Yeah, I really debated. Like, it's such a hard one because I am a hypnotherapy background. Like, I'm a hypnotherapist who does stage hypnosis, not the other way around. The majority, 80% of them. 90% of them are stage hypnotists, that who come from magic and stuff like that,
Sure,
that want to do the other side of it because they could make money, more money off of it.
Of course.
Where I'm a therapy background. So I kind of have gone back and forth with that, because I can have them glued to their chair until the cruise director comes to shake their hand. I can have them doing, the YMCA back into the audience. There's a million things, there's a million ways to end a show.
Sure.
And it kind of makes me feel like it brings the energy down.
Yeah.
But then I see people the next day and they're like, my back pain is gone and I had the best sleep. And it's like, I already had huge laughs during the show. Like, I don't need.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of a tough.
No, it's going to be incredibly rewarding. I mean, I know how great it feels I've had people come up to me after a show and say things like, I really needed a laugh, or I'm in a tough place, or there's some material. I don't do a lot of it on the ship. I do a bit about my dad was an alcoholic. I do it was on my one-man show. I don't do it much anymore, not on the ship. But I've had guys come up to me in tears saying, "Oh my God, my dad was an alcoholic. I know exactly what you're talking about." So I like that reward. It's both. You get both, the best of both worlds. You're getting the laughs on stage, but then when people come to you individually and they purely tell you thank you,
yeah,
that's a great feeling.
I think so. I think it's a decision.
Sure.
It's a choice.
Yeah.
And maybe down the line I'll change it up, but right now I think that it works. People walk away happy.
Well, it works great for ships, I think, because you're generally dealing with an older crowd. Plus, a longer cruise is a much older crowd, and 7 and 9s are clean shows anyway.
Right.
So, I mean, you're kind of hitting that market.
Yeah.
It's kind of in your wheelhouse. It's perfect for that show.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm also telling them, like, this is the best vacation of your life. You earned it. You deserve it. And I also tell them to think about the people that they're with and enjoy all their best qualities. That way,
That's really cool.
Yeah, I just, and maybe it helps the ratings, right? The ship ratings.
100% it would. No, I would.
Because people are more chill and, see the best qualities in the people that they're with. So.
Right. And plus, it's similar to my crowd work. If they're having a good time, that individual, their family in the crowd is having a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're really into that. So now you're winning all of them over.
You're raising the vibrational frequency of the entire theater.
Oh,
there's 1,000 people there. You're raising the vibrational frequency.
Right.
Why the hell not?
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Make people happy. I don't need to, the people don't make fools of themselves, but I don't need to, end it with something
Yeah, you've got enough.
It doesn't have to be silly.
No, I think it's a really perfect balance of laughs and then moments. You know what I mean? It's a really well structured show. It's a really good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great to watch.
Appreciate
I can't wait to watch the adult one tonight. That'll be cool.
Oh man.
I forgot you were going to have one. That's neat.
Yeah, we'll see where it
you
goes.
were going to originally, right?
No, I was always going to. Okay. At the end of the last cruise, they said, "This is your schedule."
Oh, good.
So
cool.
I said, "Thank you." Yeah.
Because they rearranged a bunch of stuff for all of us. So.
I know. Yeah.
But you were always tonight anyway because you're leaving tomorrow, right? You leaving tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. One of the things I'm not used to is doing the show before the officer and captains come out, or after they.
Oh yeah, right. We thought about that when we sat down last night because they did the big. First of all, that adds 20 minutes to the show. Which, by the way, your show is kind of long anyway. I mean, you're tight. You know, you gotta get up there in and out in an hour.
We cut some cues. We cut some stuff out.
Okay.
To shorten it.
Right.
But Mike was the nicest guy in the world. He came up to me. He said, "Don't worry about the time. Just do what you do." And that gave me so much comfort. Like, what a nice thing to say.
He's a great cruise director.
He really is.
He's really good.
Really
for
nice
us.
guy. Yes.
You know what I mean? To keep he's all about the show.
Yeah.
To get get your head straight. Whatever you need, do it. It's really helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's great to have a cruise director that comes from entertainment like that.
And a cruise director that you're not afraid to come and talk to or ask for stuff.
Right. No, occasionally, every once in a while, you get a cruise director. First of all, I know they got pressure and ratings and all kinds of stuff, but there are some cruise directors out there that sometimes they're a little, kind of jealous-ish, kind of. They want the attention. So when you get a lot of attention, sometimes it's a little frustrating. I've met cruise directors like that, but a lot of them don't. I don't see a lot of them. I don't know. I don't see a lot of them last very long. Some move on to other things, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a joke in the industry, right? You know, about cruise directors. I don't really want to say it, but they are great entertainers.
Right.
You know, some of them are cruise direct. They direct, and they're really good at directing. Right. And being the face of the ship. And there are other ones that are really also great cruise directors, but also great entertainers as well.
Sure.
So it's just, and I don't think one is better than the other. I think they're both great.
Right. I notice on Celebrity, though, especially, and this is the line we're on now, I tend to see a lot of cruise directors that are really great entertainers. I've seen a few. I wish I could remember his name. It's making me crazy. He did his own show. He did a show one night.
Really?
He was amazing.
Was he a singer?
What was a crossing. He used to do a show in Vegas. He was a singer. He worked with the band. He had, at the time, there was a trio on. He had them come up and sing backup. This was a crossing. It was a long, I think I was on it for 14 days. It was 9 days of sea days.
Yep.
So he had, everybody, we had all kinds of shows. And he did a show one night, but I was blown away. I was just like, man, you are fantastic. Just a great voice. And I love that showman stuff. Where you sing a song, and kind of like Jason's show.
Yeah.
Jason's show is, first of all, powerful voice, amazing singer.
Incredible.
But the overall show is just, I was blown away with that show the other night. His last
I love the structure of his show.
Oh, and he's so funny and engaging and great with the crowd. And so that type of entertainment I love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, that's the showman stuff.
Yeah, and one of the things, that I love about, what you said with that cruise director that did a show, they're not getting paid more to do that show.
No, you're right. Yeah.
It's just for the pure love of the stage, just love entertainment, love entertaining people. Like that is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's really, those are pure entertainers.
Yeah.
They're people that want to entertain. They have to entertain. They have to get on the stage and do a show.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that music theater background where they break into a scene everywhere. You're like, what are you, they're having dinner and they sing a song. You're like, what are you doing?
You're like, oh shit, they're a belter. Man.
A belter, that's the best. Trying to eat your salad. Oh,
yeah. Oh, here we go.
We're having a moment? All right, let's go.
Swallow your chicken first.
Yeah, don't choke. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. How long have you been doing ships?
On and off for quite a few years. I mean, I got my first contract way back in 2005.
Oh, right, okay.
Long time ago.
Oh, wow, that's a real long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, I'm a dinosaur.
You are. You look fantastic. I told you, too. You look like you're in your 20s.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
I told you.
I do have gray hair.
No, when you said you were doing Hypnotist for 25 years on stage, I was like, what? Wait, what?
Yeah, a long time. And, yeah, so, but then I've taken breaks. Like, I stopped in 2018, started back in 2023.
Right.
So, you take breaks and
sure.
life happens and you live life. And
that's great. I would like to take a longer break. I will. My kids are getting older now, so it might be a little bit easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, it works. Seems like I work so much. Well, plus, I know you got a girlfriend now, right? Who you've been with for 4 years, you said, right?
Yeah.
It's great that it's good and good for you. First of all,
Thank you.
It's so hard traveling. I know now because I'm in a relationship now where it's just difficult, man. People sometimes will go, yeah, I understand, I can handle the traveling, and then you're together for a while and they don't.
I think technology has really changed the game. Like FaceTime, that's a
100%.
lifesaver.
Yeah.
God,
can you imagine working in the old days? Remember you used to have to write a letter?
Okay, come on now. We're not that old.
I remember writing a letter. I remember before Skype, before, you know what I mean? I remember when there were, I don't remember from a ship aspect, but I remember when I've been told when you couldn't make a phone call from a ship.
Did you send it via crow? Like, did you get the bird?
They used to do you ever see the movies where they go, mail's in, where mail would come in.
Right.
And people just got letters. That's how they kept in communication with their families. Or pictures. Remember, you have to take a picture and have to have it developed, and you have to wait weeks.
What, did you start in like 1952?
No, I just remember these days. I remember dropping film off at the drugstore.
No, I mean, yeah, okay. Okay, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so, I mean, we had to go, to make, buy scratch cards. Right. And call.
Right, the caller.
Scratch cards. So, there's no way you could use a cell phone on a ship. That was like never a thing. Right. Like, forget that. I had a cell phone by that time, but like you could never.
I remember I used to have those numbers memorized.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can't remember a phone number for the life of me now, but I could remember a 20 number. Remember the old ones where you on a payphone, you like.
Yeah. It was so easy to memorize things back then.
I guess so, because I couldn't do it now, or maybe it's just because I'm getting older.
Well, no, because you're trying to stretch out your $20 calling card as long as possible.
Sure, yeah.
Right? So you end up memorizing it.
Right.
And we couldn't call from our cabins. We'd have to go like into a public area in the hallway, and make the phone call.
I remember that. I remember being able to call from my cabin.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gee, that's like jail.
They're like ship. Yeah, kind of.
Like a line for the phone.
Happy jail.
Yeah, happy jail. It's a fun jail.
Yeah.
There's a buffet with it and stuff. But,
you get a buffet.
Yeah.
You can go outside and play, in the ports.
Swimming. Yeah, I mean, there's good stuff. You just can't talk to your family.
Yeah. Come back with tan.
Yeah. But you're right, because I do I FaceTime my daughters every day. That's really changed everything. I remember when Skype first came out, and the quality was way different.
Right.
Where it would come and go and freeze or whatever. Sometimes you couldn't get through.
Well, no, in the beginning, you weren't allowed to do video calls. You could just check email.
Okay.
In the very early internet, ship days.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, right. Of course.
Yeah.
Because there was no texting or IMs or anything like that.
Right.
Right.
And then eventually we were able to, eventually snowballed into video chats.
And then they moved into, do you remember news groups? Did you ever get into those?
No.
News groups were through AOL, and they were almost like a raw early beta version of a messaging. And you could go in there and you could join. Most of them, some were public, some were controlled. So a bunch of people would be in a group, and you could post a message, everybody could read it, and then you could actually have a conversation with somebody through a news group.
Wow.
Yeah. And it would take a while to connect and upload and all that stuff, but it was kind of like an earlier version. I remember there were lots of news groups. There was the comedy news group, the magic news group, the people that were family would do the news, But I remember those.
Now we have Facebook groups where we bitch and complain about each other.
Right, and you can and you can block people and people complain about. That's why people complain so much now. I do a whole bit about the internet thing, where people complain on the internet constantly and they get instant response. So in the real world, when they complain, they don't get instant response. They get frustrated. That's why you hear people. That's how people get canceled, I think.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So they go and they bitch for their dopamine hit.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's the real life version of canceling someone, or real life version of the internet is canceling somebody.
Right.
Because you can just knock people off your page.
Yeah.
In the real world, you can't knock people off the page.
Right. Yeah, it's wild. And now you have a whole studio in your cabin. It's wild.
I know, right? Yeah. And I can have all this edited and uploaded, and on the internet in a day.
Yeah.
It's
amazing.
And it's funny now. It's it takes longer. It took me 8 hours to upload Jason's, which is long. Normally it's not. It only takes a little.
Did you upload? Well, obviously you're using Ship Internet.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's why when I got off 2 days ago, I uploaded Holland's when I was in land.
And how long did that take?
It's 5 minutes.
5 minutes versus 8 hours. I'm surprised you can get a knock on your door from like, can you stop taking the whole ship's bandwidth?
Get off the internet. I know. I try to even pick times I think it'll be slow. Like when it's, when we're in port and it's daytime and it's beautiful out.
Right.
But it's still
slow.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing how slow
it's weird because like the sites that we're on regularly, like, making a FaceTime audio call or a video call, or a WhatsApp video, it's clear, it's easy, but you go on something that's not as popular and it just takes forever to load.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. 100%. Now, so you've been doing ships since 2005 was your first contract or your first offer. And before that, you were like you said, you came from hypnotherapy into stage?
The third show I ever did in my life, third time I ever got on stage in my life was on a cruise ship.
Okay. And you just liked it? You just got into it?
You know what? Let me tell you the story.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Tell it, please,
okay.
Of course.
So I feel like it's manifested, first of all.
Okay.
I actually completely manifested this. I put it out into the universe, took a picture of a ship, staring at it. This guy called me who ended up becoming my agent for a while. You lucky, powerful bitch. Like, how the hell did you get on the Norwegian Star?
Right.
I looked at that picture a little closer and I told him, you never took a picture of it. Like, and this vacation I'd gone on, like, my friends had helped me out. I was running a hypnotherapy clinic. They're like, please come on vacation. Sorry, can't afford it. They helped me out. During that vacation, I could only afford to develop 2 pictures. One was of the group of friends. The other was a cruise ship.
Okay.
And then as I developed it and was staring at it and got a call and was like, congratulations, you're a guest entertainer. Because he got his ass fired and said, well, I know this girl. I'd met him at a conference and was like, I know this girl who can do cruise ships.
Okay.
And I think he just was like saying that but I need footage.
Okay.
I'd only ever done one show in my life. I didn't have enough footage. So I pound the street, I print tickets, rent a theater, get myself opening act, do a show.
Oh my God, that's so badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And send him the footage.
Yeah.
And I literally like printed tickets and went downtown and be like, buy some, buy one, I'll give you the other 5 tickets free.
Was it Toronto?
At the Riviera Theater in upstate New York, by Buffalo, New York. Yeah.
All right.
And it's funny because I ended up performing eventually at the Riviera in Las Vegas before they destroyed it. Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And anyway, got enough footage, sent it to them. They liked it. Boom.
That's the greatest story ever. And you busted your ass and made it happen.
Yeah. And I was staring at that picture. I ended up on the exact same ship I'd taken a picture of.
No way.
Out of the hundreds of ships and thousands of ports, I ended up on the exact same ship I'd taken a picture of.
I'm going to check really quick. You're the second hypnotist that I've had on that's told me they manifested this job.
100%.
The other one, her name's Brenda. I had her on last season.
Okay, yeah, I know Brenda. She's a good friend of mine.
She's dynamite. She's great.
Yeah.
I can't remember her last name off the top of my head.
Yeah, I actually, I got Brenda in. Her and I met at that conference. And after he had gotten me on, I said, you should bring Brenda on too.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can find her last. Yeah, I had her on the show. Oh, wait. Here we go. Bam. Brenda
K.
Knucklehead. Is that it? K?
K-A-Y-E.
Yeah, it is. That's right. Brenda K. She's right here. Yeah, I did have her. But yeah, she did the same exact thing. She told me the same thing, how she manifested the gig. But that's badass that you made your own show, passed out tickets. That's just creating. That's making
Yeah. And third time I was on state, boom, on a ship.
Oh, that's amazing.
Brenda had more experience than I did at the time. She had already done had shows and stuff like that under her belt.
Right.
But her and I had met at that conference.
Okay.
And after he had gotten me on, I told him, he asked me if I knew anybody, and I said, yeah, I know this girl, Brenda. I think she'd be really good too.
Great.
Yeah.
That's such a great story. Thanks for telling. That's great. Thank you for telling us. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's just the type of story I like to hear. Is that you made your own? That's making your own career, man. That's putting it out there.
First female ever stage hypnotist to to do ships.
No, were you? You are really?
Yeah, yeah.
I had no idea about that either.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Why not?
Is that in your promo?
No, but who cares?
I think everyone would care.
Why?
Because I think that's impressive to me. It's impressive.
I mean, you don't tell people you're and Joe Dirt.
Yeah, you're right. I see. Now we got you about to.
And Bones. Oh, what was the other little TV? Oh, True Blood.
True Blood. Yeah.
I think that's a much bigger deal.
Everybody's got their own bar.
Right. People don't give a shit.
That's great.
Well, I mean, for those shows, I mean, now right. I was like totally fangirling over you the other day. So I was like, oh my God, I love that show. Wow, it was amazing.
Stop. That's good. Well, that's cool. Are you doing much? Do you do a lot of land shows, or you just?
Yeah, I do a bunch of land stuff. But wait, let me tell you this story because I think you'll appreciate this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get through my first contract.
Yeah.
And I somehow get a second contract.
What do you mean? How'd the first contract go?
Well, really, look, I didn't know how to. The only thing I knew for sure that I knew how to do was hypnotize the hell out of people.
Right.
Because I'd been practicing therapeutically for years, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, I know how to hypnotize people. I just have to now suggest funny stuff instead of therapy stuff.
Right.
Right. So I'm like, okay, I can suggest funny instead of healing.
Sure.
So I somehow pulled it off. My second ship, though, was on a ship called the Norwegian Sun.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if the NCL still has it, but...
Yeah, I think that, yeah.
Do they? Okay, yeah. And I was on with a cruise director by the name of Linda Minikin.
Okay.
British woman.
Okay.
Love her. And I was scheduled, I think, for 3 back-to-back cruises in Alaska. And I got off the stage in between shows. She called me to her office. You don't belong here. This is not a training ground. I don't know how you even got on. I don't even know how you got on board.
Oh, man.
Let's see if it will even keep you on. I don't want you here. You don't belong. Like, I'm gonna make sure this is your last contract.
Did you just say you love her?
Well, I mean. The story obviously has a happy ending. I mean,
okay,
we're sitting here together,
all right.
right?
All right. Okay.
Okay. So on a ship, I go back to my cabin. I just bawl my eyes out, just cry. Oh, it's over, right? And but then I thought to myself, wait a minute, like she's actually she's right. She's not wrong.
Right.
Like I'm not. It wasn't even imposter syndrome. I didn't even have imposter syndrome.
Right.
I had. Like, I clearly don't belong syndrome.
I can't believe I made it here syndrome.
Yeah, like, how the hell? I'm not an entertainer. It's my 4th time on stage.
Right.
She's right. How the hell did I get here? I know. Like,
right.
This is not who I am. I never even took drama in high school. Like, I don't know. Anyway, so I go back to my cabin. I cry. And then I'm like, okay, she's right. So what do? I somehow get through the second show. Vancouver was the port. She told me I was dressed all wrong. So I go and I buy new clothes.
Okay.
And I tried dressing a little bit more like how she was dressed.
Okay.
And every criticism she gave me, I just took. And I said, okay. Well, I mean, for her it was an insult, but for me it was like a really good critique.
Right.
And I just said, she's right. And I just took it as like the best advice I've ever had. And it ended up where I got my first standing ovation with her. She ended up requesting me all the time. She would call me her protege.
Yeah.
And we became great friends.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. And I somehow survived.
Dude, well, kudos to you for not letting ego step in and crush you in that situation. You know what I mean?
Really, what ego is there? I was so green.
No, you were so realistic about it though too. You're like, you know what? She's right. I'm new. I got to fix this, and this. And then you just, man, that's really impressive. That's really cool.
I don't know. Well, she said, like, you don't belong here.
Yeah.
You don't belong. You're not one of us. I was like, oh, she's right.
That
I'm
hurts.
not.
Yeah. I'm alive.
Yeah.
No.
But wait a minute. I know how to hypnotize people. I didn't hypnotize anybody better than anybody.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, let's do this.
That's bad. That's fucking badass too. You're an amazing person, man. Look
Oh,
at you.
no.
That's really cool. You created your own career. You found a way to get a theater. You got your videotape. Then you did first show. You get hard criticism, harsh, like slap in the face, and you just take it and learn from it, adapt, move on, and just keep going.
What can you do,
Yeah.
right?
No, that's all you can do if you want to keep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wasn't going to crumble.
Right.
There's no way. I was just, when you have these incredible opportunities, you just got to do your best.
Yeah.
And
that's funny. It's kind of I had Allison Weber on. She's a comic, good friend of mine, and we got into this conversation. These are conversations I have with my daughters, where I used to call them roadblocks, and Allison called them challenges. And I try to teach my kids all the time, life is filled with these things that come at you. Because every time my daughters accomplish something, they go, okay, everything will be great now. And I go, no, there's going to be something else 2 weeks down the road. And your problems are minor now in your 20s. 30 years from now, it's going to be my kid is sick, my house, my mortgage. I mean, you when challenges attack you, you step up to them, you conquer them, and then you learn and you keep moving forward.
Right.
And that's the only way to get through life.
Yeah, I mean, we've all been knocked on our ass.
Yes.
Humble pie tastes terrible.
Right. Okay,
like it's gross.
Right.
Yeah, but fuck, everybody needs to have it.
Right.
Because, I mean, and it's just learning, learning and growing and adapting.
Yeah, I noticed though, and it almost is kind of similar to, it goes back a little bit to what we said about social media, but something this is why I have these conversations with my daughters. The younger generations have a real hard time with humble pie and things like that. When you're younger, they just don't like to be told no or corrected. They just feel, and I think social media is a big part of that because they're always right. They're always told they're right. And so in the real world, to really step up to challenges, I see a lot more people that are younger have anxiety and fall apart.
Well, they're the now generation.
Yes,
they're the I want it now generation, and they don't understand that it's okay to defer pleasure.
Sure.
That actually those who are able to defer pleasure usually become the most successful people.
Right.
But they don't understand that.
Right.
Because everything's so accessible.
Well, everything is now. Everything's.
Yeah. I mean, you just want a dopamine hit, like just turn your phone on.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna get that hit.
It's such a weirder approach because when I'm older than you, my generation was just shut up and suck it up and deal with it generation. It was very, you had to go out and get a job, pay the bills, blah blah blah.
Right.
And the younger my daughters went through this looking for, and it is hard, tough looking for work. But they're like, I don't know why I can't get a job or a better job. And you're like, because you can't.
Right.
So just keep trying. You just got to keep getting out there.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, this is stupid. I go, yeah, but that's kind of the way it works. It's just, you got to go, you have to keep trying. You have to.
Yeah. And you should be like, listen, man, if this was 1988, I'd just tell you not to be a little bitch. But
exactly.
It's 2025. No. So like,
so
let me give you a hug.
I'm always walking this line of trying not to be the dickhead father that's insensitive to my daughter's needs.
Right.
But then on the other side of it, not be sometimes you overly play to that, so then younger generations are catered to so much.
Yeah, it's such a tough thing. I mean, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
But I love the younger generation. I think they're the world peace generation.
They're going to talk about this the other day. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, they're going to bring about really good things.
I hope so.
Yeah, and
because things are looking shitty right now. Watching the news every day is not a good time.
I know. But as sensitive, as annoyingly sensitive they might be, that might be what saves humanity as well. Right. So I really love them for that.
Another part of that generation too that my daughter brought to my attention is there is a huge aspect of that generation that lives in their basement and doesn't work and is lazy, has that whole whatever. But the part of that generation that isn't like that resents that part of their generation even more than we do because it gives them a bad name. You know what I mean? Like my daughter's like, if you look at the younger people, they just don't know what it's like. My daughter's like, don't tell me that. I'll figure it out. I hate to be lumped in with a group of people that don't care. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I think it's not a 50-50 split, I'll tell you that.
No, it's not. You're right about that.
Right.
It's not right down the middle. But when you brought up the peace thing, like I had a conversation with a girl in the bar last night. Some of them are so amazing in their 20s. They're so just unbelievably in touch with the world and they have, you know what I mean? They're that generation. They're that part of that generation that's going to make the change.
Yeah.
That's going to do something.
They are the change.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. And then that's where this has come in their favor. They have access to way more information and things that we did when we were younger. And they're using it, they're learning from it, they're adapting, and they're applying it to the world moving forward.
Yeah.
So those are the young people that are really, those are the ones that are going to change the world. Those are the ones where I see that and I go, that's so significant, that's great.
Yeah, and I think the good thing about it is that they've seen everything. They've seen everything from the second they came out of the womb.
Right.
The exposure is so insane.
Right.
You know, like when you were a little boy, you know, you had to go to the corner store and couldn't reach the, you know, those magazines up on the top shelf.
Right.
Right.
I know the magazine you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or there was a back room that I couldn't go into.
Right.
The curtain.
Right. You know, or, you know, just TV channels were so limited.
Sure.
And
oh God, the stuff that's on TV now is a whole different world.
It's just all in the palm of our hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know. And it's scary, but like they're little adults.
Yeah, no, you're right, 100%. They really have.
They're little immature baby adults.
Yeah, which is scary.
Which they should be. They're 12.
Right.
But like,
and that's the scary part as far as being a parent goes, where they may have a lot of information or access, but they're still naive on a lot of levels.
Yeah.
And that's the scary part. That's why you hear so much about predators and all these other things going on, where like my girlfriend's daughter is 14 now. And those are the toughest years, man. One of the girls that were teens, I don't know how you raise a teen now. It's just, it's scary. You know, they do have a lot of information, but they think, what could this hurt? And you don't realize, well, here's 10 reasons why this is a bad idea.
Okay, so you're right. Yes, they are gullible in one way, but boy, are they ever smarter and sharper than us. Like they know a scam, they know an AI bot, they know everything before we know.
Man, that's a good way.
Like my niece, Auntie Nadeen, that's AI. Oh, okay. Or no, don't click on that link. That's spam.
Right,
You're gonna get hacked.
Right.
Like they also are a lot more in tune with technology in a completely different way than we are.
Right.
And we only know because we've been burned. Like, oh yeah,
that's true. We learned the hard way.
Because you clicked the link.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. My bank account said, "What happened?" Well, you shouldn't. Why'd you open that? Right.
Right.
Exactly. That's so.
So it's like yes and no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I never thought about that. Well, I learned some of it from watching my daughters were like that, and even when it came to like boys dating. When I had a conversation with my daughter when she was 14, my oldest, she was 16, and she immediately, it sounded like she was in her 20s, just about dating. I was going to talk to her about dates with Dad. I didn't go, or what happened to this guy? He only wants one thing. I'm not into it. I'm not interested. Blah blah blah. It was just a very adult conversation for what a guy wanted, because I used to be a boy that was 16. I knew exactly what the boy wanted.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? But my 16-year-old daughter understood it.
Yeah, it's weird because like they're not as curious because that itch has already been like
that makes sense because
somehow
there's no cookie jar aspect,
right?
Where if it's hidden, you want to go, what's behind the wall? You know, what is that? But now they have so much access to it. They're like, I know it's back there. It's not.
Now they're like sex. Oh,
yeah. Like,
right.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Wow, that's I never thought about this. Is a different way to look at it. Okay, that's really great. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah, because and that's why they'll change the world. They're that much more educated and smarter in their teens. And then I think as time goes by, what they're going to do is they're already starting no smartphones in school thing, which I think is a good idea.
Yeah, man, just let their brains develop normally.
Right, because you still it's not till you're 26 or 28 that you're
well, I mean the area in our brain for memory has shrunk by 3 times because of our cell phones.
Has it really?
Yeah.
I believe that. I totally believe that.
I mean, how many phone numbers do you have memorized today?
I was just saying, I have my daughter. I can't remember
your childhood number and probably like 1 or 2 other numbers.
I got my daughter's phone. My oldest daughter's number I have memorized. The second one I can't remember for the life of me. I keep forgetting it.
Yeah, Lenny, that's not good.
I know. Well, she's, I just know when she's going to call. I know. You're right. I should have it memorized. Well, she just changed it though too. So I'm like, now I got to remember this one. So. But you're right. Okay, that makes total sense. You're right.
Right. So like, and we think we're so evolved, but like based on all the war happening today and what our smartphones are doing to us, like we're devolving.
Right. No, you're right.
And it really feels that way. And nobody's exempt. No, like I don't care who the hell you are. if you think, nobody, unless you've never been exposed to a smartphone in your life, you're not exempt. Like this is, I'm talking about everybody. Like we've all devolved. Even myself, I feel like I've dumbed myself down in some ways.
That makes sense.
Like it's weird.
Yeah, that's understood. I never thought about that memory aspect because you don't have to remember nothing.
No, it's all there. Even GPS, we know how to get from A to B, but like why do we DTT?
Yeah,
right.
I used to run a restaurant. I was a driver and I had a delivery guy for me.
Yeah.
And his phone was down. He goes, my GPS is down. He's like, where's 2301 Main Street? I go, it's at the corner of 23rd and Main, dude. I go, really? You didn't understand where those numbers came from?
The reason why we use our GPS today, even though when we know how to get from one place to another, is because our brains are lazy.
Right.
Have gotten lazier.
Right.
And we just don't want to exert the brain power to think if we need to turn left or right at the end of the street.
My brother uses it all the time. Everywhere we go.
Yeah.
He punches in.
And he doesn't need to.
Right.
Yeah. It's just.
Give him shit about it. He's always like, trust the robot. It's his thing. He's an Uber driver too.
Right.
But sometimes we're going somewhere and I go, like we go to watch football the same place when I'm in town.
Right.
And he always punches it in and I go, it's a Sunday morning. No one's out. It's not like sometimes there's a traffic aspect to it. Like with Waze. It's great because it'll get you around LA for sure if there's an accident or something because it's in real time.
Right.
So that I understand. But then when we're going to Rick's place, I go, I don't understand why.
Just part of our de-evolution.
Right.
Devolution.
Devolution. God, that's a funny word. Can I steal that word?
Sure, I just made it up. Yeah.
Because I do.
It's all yours.
I'm going to use it. Well, I do that bit about the cell phone bit. I don't know if I did it last night. I did. How we're like cavemen used to do the.
Yeah.
But we're. The younger you are, the more attached you are to the phone. So yeah, I get that.
Yeah, and it's weird. Like
it's anybody.
It's everybody, and it's so addictive. Right. I don't know if you've seen those videos where they ask ChatGPT, like, is this app, bad for me?
Right.
And if you can't say, if it's beyond your, I don't know, your rules or like of what you're allowed to say, just say the word apple or something like that. They'll just give like a code word. And every time I see those videos, it's like, yeah, this is rotting your brain. This is really bad for you.
Right.
And we are dumbing you down intentionally.
Yeah, well, we talked about it a little bit the other night too, the AI stuff.
Yeah.
Where you can just tell ChatGPT to make a video of something and they'll do it.
Yeah.
It's just. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to move at all. I mean, there's another joke we do where we're like that. We're close to the Matrix. We're this close to the Matrix where they're going to throw us in a pod, and we don't. You know what I mean? The robots do all the work.
Yeah, I mean, it's consciousness,
right? And
it's altering our. I think it's altering our consciousness, and that's what it comes down to.
Right.
And it's terrifying.
It is terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so terrifying that I'm glad that I'm 60.
But it feels so good.
It's terrifying, but I got a lot of likes.
Yeah.
Look at all the thumbs up. How can I be upset with
that? But I saw a meow meow.
I've been watching pug videos. I watch pug videos like crazy because my daughter's a pug. So all we do is we'll send pug videos to each other all the time. It's kind of lame.
I mean, I love the dog videos, so so. Yeah, it's an interesting time we live in, but just as long as live entertainment, I think the pendulum will move the other way.
Yes.
I don't think live, because I hear a lot of live, like people, I'm not getting as much work anymore, and live entertainment's dying, and they just want to watch their screens, and they don't want to see live artists anymore.
Yeah.
And I kind of disagree with that.
Yeah.
I think it's fascinating watching somebody play an instrument live.
I agree with you 100%.
Like, and watching a 7-piece, band or orchestra.
Well, one of the main reasons I do this podcast is live entertainers. I'm so intrigued by all of it. Every different aspect of it.
Yeah.
Whether it's magicians or hypnotists or whatever. So, and you're right. I think the pendulum swings always. And I think it'll come back, and celebrity kind of embraced that. Their big thing is doubling down on entertainment. So they have more bands, more entertainers, more guest entertainers, more of that stuff.
I love it.
Yeah, I think of course, that's why we're here. Now, besides the fact it gives us work, I have more people come out to the shows. So I think that eventually there's already, there's an example, there's a trend going through with teen kids now where they're off the grid. It's a small group, but it's starting to become that it's cool to not be on It's cool to not be on Facebook. It's cool. And I read an article about it the other day where there's a group of teens that's kind of their pendulum swing, is where it's better to go to someone's house and hang out.
I love that.
I know, isn't it great? It's really great. So I think that's encouraging.
I mean, I've never heard somebody, when you talk to somebody and you say, like, what was the best moment of your life? I've never heard anybody in my life say the best moment of my life was when I saw that video.
Yeah.
When nobody's best moment of their life has ever been like this,
right? Yeah.
In front of a screen, right?
Right.
Your best moment of your life has always been like
it's an experience.
An experience,
yeah.
Connecting with other people, going out, doing things. That excursion or that rafting trip. Whatever it was.
Right.
Or witnessing this marriage, or it's always been connecting with another human being on a human level.
That's funny, true, because I'm not going to tell the whole story because I've told it on here before, but maybe one of the top 5 moments in my life was a football game. But it's not just a game. It was the whole day. It was a whole experience. It was everything from we won, I rushed the field, we made the playoff. I mean, there's so many. I was with my brother and a friend. I mean, it's a whole story. It's a long story, and it's a great story, but I've told it before. But it was an experience.
Yeah.
It was the whole day. It wasn't just the fact we won the game,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's... And I'm sure...
I remember it was yesterday. I'm sorry. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was 13. I remember it to this day.
I love that.
It's just mind-blowing, all of it. I remember how cold it was. I remember everything. It's great to even think about it. Yeah.
It's amazing, yeah. And I'm sure one of the things you can remember was like the expression on the people's faces around you.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It recently was just brought to my attention because for some reason, believe it or not, it became that particular game got attention on social media. So I was in social media and I saw they showed the whole game in a clip and someone told a story about the game. So I shared my story online. I told the whole thing. And other people had different stories from that day. Same thing. Even though we were sharing it on social media, everyone had some sort of story of where they were that day.
Magic.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
No. It's like it's on a good level, it's almost like music that brings you back. And then a sad level, it's like everybody remembers where they were when Lennon got shot.
Yeah.
Or when JFK, it was a little before my time, but
O.J. Simpson's
O.J. Simpson.
verdict.
I remember
we all
that
remember where
Bronco
we were.
Trace.
Yep.
The whole story where I was.
Yep.
I was in a club with my brother. It was a comedy club.
Yeah.
And he went on stage and did a bunch of jokes about it. He's a brilliant writer. I mean, off the top of his head, just. But yeah, I remember, and the significant thing about that moment to me was up until that moment, I thought he was innocent. I really was like, there's no, it wasn't, I couldn't believe it. Like, I couldn't believe O.J. Simpson.
That's right, because you're a fan.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't believe
I
can't believe the guy would throw his life away and kill his, plus I always have a hard time with someone that kills someone, let alone someone they loved. I'm like, how could someone do that? How could someone I have so much respect for do that? And then I saw the Bronco chase and it hit me like a wash. I'm like, oh my God, he did it. He's totally innocent, or he's totally guilty.
For sure.
It was such a drastic feeling, man. It was like my heart sunk. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember the moment where I was. But again, that's an experience.
Yeah.
You
know where technology was at that time? Because I was in high school and I remember watching it in the classroom. I had a watch, and you could program this watch as a remote control. And the teacher turned it on. And about 15 minutes into the classroom watching it, I changed a channel on the TV with my watch.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
And you didn't watch the whole thing?
And no, the teacher turned it back, but the teacher was like, "What the?
Who did that?
Who did that?
Oh,
like, what was that?
Hacked. You were the hacker before it was cool."
But like, that's where and that back then was like huge technology. And I remember like only telling a few people like, "Hey, look at this watch. Like, look what I can do." And they're like, "Wow, what?
Wow,
like,
that's so cool.
Something other than like a remote control can change a channel." Like,
yeah, that was we had no idea what we were in for.
Yeah, we had no idea we'd be, living in the Jetsons, right?
Yeah, right.
And the Jetsons, like that was like a huge stagnant screen. Like it wasn't something we could carry with us all over the world.
Right.
It was just like a screen. Oh my gosh, they're having a conversation and that person's like somewhere else.
Right. It
was like such a huge deal.
I'm always... never mind. It's a stupid story. I want to get too long. It's about as technology changes. When you go back and watch stuff that predicted technology, you can look at it and go, "There's no way that wasn't possible." You know, like there was, what was I watching? The movie with Blade Runner. There's a whole video thing where you watch it and you're like, there's no way they could do that. The pixels weren't good.
You know, it's funny. Like now, so you know, when people would watch like Star Wars and you know all these like really cool films and stuff like that, and or even The Matrix, right?
Sure.
Like most people who watch The Matrix the first time never even understood it.
Right.
A lot of people still don't understand that
movie.
movie.
I didn't understand it the first time I watched it. Yeah.
And because like it's inconceivable.
Right.
Now there's nothing that anybody watches that like there's nothing out of bounds anymore.
Right.
Literally, we can live forever. Okay.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Sure. People will live till 500. Oh, okay. Like there's nothing. Yeah. People will be completely telepathic. Yeah. Okay. Like there's nothing outside of, like there's nothing that they could say anymore that people will say that's impossible.
Sure.
Like impossible has really been, I think, completely rolled out now.
Right. I think so. Well, when you at the beginning, early in time, if you told people before the railroad was around that you could get into a giant metal tube and fly from one country to another in 5 hours, people would go, "There's no way that's going to happen." But once when the railroad came, I think people started to wrap their head right. You're right. Now there's no way. There's nothing that's not impossible.
No.
And it's funny you bring up the live forever thing because that's the new thing they're kind of on that I'm reading about in the news. I guess Putin and somebody else has been having these conversations about your organs, finding a way to make organs last a longer time so that you can live for longer. I mean, we're already living longer as it is now, but I don't know if I want to live forever, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I think that, like, it's like those Black Mirror episodes, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right.
And maybe we will have a choice one day. Like, do you want to stay in this body forever? Do you want your consciousness to go somewhere else? Do you like, what do you want? And it's scary. Is that fake? Is it real? Are we intervening with God? Is our concept of God and faith going to change? Like,
but it's just the whole soul thing too, where you're like, you know what I mean? What does it mean about your soul and where is it supposed to go?
Yeah.
Because we don't know. There's so much about that we don't understand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As far as where your soul goes, it's depending where your background is. You know?
Yeah. I'd rather not know. I think I'd just rather keep the faith.
Yeah, there's always that joke. People, if you knew how when you would die, would you want to know? And I'm like, no, I don't want to know any of that. And they don't. There was a show I would say Netflix called Altered Carbon. Did you ever see that show?
No.
Or hear about it? Basically, it was everybody's existence or everything about you was on a chip, and it was loaded in the back of a head, and you could just pop it out. And if you crushed or destroyed the chip, that's how you killed people. That's how you destroyed people. Otherwise, they could put you in a different body. And people lived for thousands of years. That's what the show was basically based about. You know what I mean? So there was... See,
I prefer True Blood, Just meet a vampire who's like 512. Just be a vampire. They're sexier, way sexier.
Yeah, but now you gotta eat people and blood? That's...
They're not eating them. You're just sucking, They can survive.
I love how you're justifying the vampire existence. It's not that bad. You're not really killing them.
Better than to a chip.
Sure. Yeah. Right. It seems far less. There's no romance in crushing a flat drive.
Yeah. They're sexual. They can fly.
Sure. Okay. Wow, you're really into vampires. All right.
I mean, I'm not. I don't know.
Were you a Twilight person?
No, I think I was too old for that. Okay. But I did take my little cousin to see those movies, and she had a very big crush on I think the werewolf. So
yeah, my daughters there's what is it, Team Edward or Team whatever. My daughters were deep in that.
Yeah,
so I took them to the last one that we saw, and it made me angry. The last one. Okay,
so I don't even think I watched it.
It's stupid because there's a whole moment where it turns out it's a dream, and then you're like, oh. It's stupid. And it's before they found a good way to whatever. And then my oldest made me watch the original one. Just a few weeks ago, we were home. She's like, let's watch Twilight. And when I'm home, we'll hang out and we'll pick something to watch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, fine, we'll watch.
No, I think for me, it was like Interview with a Vampire, True Blood.
That was cool.
That's it.
Was a badass.
It was like, those are my vampire.
I never got into True Blood, even though I was on it.
Right.
It just seemed kind of... The episode I was on specifically got really weird.
Anna Schmidt.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to call her back.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to wrap this up.
All right.
I'm running out of battery power.
Yeah.
Thank you. This was great. We talked about all kinds of cool stuff that I loved. I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
If there's anything you want to plug, to socially, anything right to the camera, just go ahead and plug it.
My IG got hacked because I'm old and I clicked on the link.
You just told me about that.
So Nadeen _hypnosis help me build my Instagram back up.
Yeah.
Peace and love.
I totally forgot. Sorry to bring up a bad memory. All right.
It's all good.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're still watching? That's amazing. Nobody does that. Nobody, but you did. That means you want more. Pick one of these clips. Go for it. I dare you. Hey, also follow one of those social media thingies.